You know, lately a nigga been fighting a whole lot of demons. A lot of shit we do gon' have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'ma stay right here for this plastic, God take breath from me. I'm sipping his hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping. My little nigga going against the grain and this shit stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang. He paid the price. I was young and the rest for the money. My hunger for paper saved my life. And I should get saved tonight. If you want that lick shit, we can get rich quick. We can get paid tonight. Yeah, go. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money. Everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You gonna do anything to get it, but you won't go down. Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by you killed a nigga, you don't know it. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, though, real talk. Hey. Fight my demon. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons. Fight in my. It's me against these demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons, I'm on the ropes. They came with a beam, I'm pulling my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be green, so niggas gon' go. I'm looking so clean, I used to be broke. Remember they laughed at me and they choked. Gave them the ball and nigga they choked. Say if you turn that nigga, you go. My little nigga don't follow no code. Follow no code. My nigga follow me like the pole. I stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm hard, it's thanks for the compliment. I sing a day, homie, y'all like comedy. BMG gang, and bitch, you ain't competent. Don't want to hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit. Lethal immunity, I can't get ignorant. We not considerate, niggas do silly shit. We get the drilling shit, guilty and innocent. Don't give a fuck about a bystander. I can pull up in the high ladder. Don't take no slander. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You gonna do anything to get it, boy, you gon' go down. Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by you killed a nigga, you don't know it. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, no, real talk.
I think I got yours. You might have to take it back for a new one. Oh no, never mind. You had a third. It was 3 of them out. Fight my demons. Fight in my.
It's me against these demons.
How's everybody doing out there? I hope all is well. A lot of different energies moving around, you know, on this day, many other days. But I did kind of like prepare everybody for this, right? I did kind of tell everybody that this was going to happen, that different variations of energies was going to be moving around. I did tell everybody like, you know, before April 20th, there was going to be a lot of energy shifting, right? I did tell everybody that this is going to be like a big thing of musical chairs, right? I told everybody this stuff, right? Now, you see what Maddie's doing. She's doing exactly what we said she was going to do, which was basically do a whole series on the knot now. Now she turned on the knot before the knot turned on her. So now she's doing this whole Maddie versus the knot, and she's playing Danny's live. So she's playing Danny's live. You know that's going to piss the knot off. I mean, the knot fucked me over, and I wasn't even playing Danny's live. She's over there playing Danny's live about the knot. She's playing the live about the knot, which is a bad move because you're gonna host the trial of the knot. This is look, the knot trying to go live today and be like and try to be like, oh, Maggie's over there putting out the truth. Right after he said Maggie was putting out the truth, Maggie do a live about him. And basically, I don't know what she's saying, but I'm pretty more, it says busted. The thumbnail says Maggie versus the knot, the Jaguar Wright comparison. And then it says busted, right? So this is her exposing or busting him out, right? This is her busting him out. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. This going to backfire on her because she's making herself a target to him, right? Ain't that going to make her a target for him? So then she's going to turn around and say, "Oh, I don't understand. All these Americans is doing the same thing," but really, it's her. All this is from her levels of what she's got going on. All this stuff that's happening is from what they're putting together. And, you know, I can't say for sure what she's over there saying about the knot, but I'm pretty sure it's not good. If she's showing Danny's live about the knot, then it's definitely not good, right? So she just basically fucked the knot over, which is basically had a bunch of people come over and then turned on his ass and showed his true nature. Right? That's why I keep on telling people there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. They place this crazy ass agenda in play. Social engineering. This is what's happening right now.
Thus, the intended goal of social engineering is to exploit the subconscious and to shift emotional dependence onto those who have accumulated the most wealth and power. This makes them the dominant authorities with full control over allocating all resources available in this world, while creating many different subclasses of marginalized and oppressed people. Those that are poverty-stricken and feel socially excluded are especially vulnerable to emotional exploitation, keeping them polarized on insignificant topics and feeding into the promotion of
They became the same shit that they keep on complaining about. The same stuff that they complaining about is what they became. The whole control factor, the whole governing thing, they sit there and tell us to, you know, go after the government, do all of this other stuff. And the reality of it is they sitting on here doing the same thing, saying that they governing people, right? They saying that they governing people, they're the gatekeepers. They get to say who. See, the Knot said on his live he was mad. Now, two things took place today. One, the Knot was so mad that he said, y'all think y'all get to make it on YouTube without kissing my ass or kissing up to me? Y'all think y'all get to make it past me without kissing up to me? Da 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 da. Right? And Maggie called me the N-word today. One's in the chat if y'all heard Maggie call me the N-word. She got so mad she called me the N-word today. She was like, bitch, 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 nigga. She called me a nigga. The Canadian. The person who said that we can't say the N-word. Remember, she told the Knot not to say the N-word on her panel. She was like, yeah, we don't use that over here. Don't talk like that over here. Remember that shit? And she turned around, she got so mad, she called me the N-word. I don't know, that PowerPoint presentation must have been hella on point or something, because I don't see nobody responding like that. She was mad because she said that I used her words against her. She said I played with her words and used her words against her because I said, Maggie, why are you so mad? You said that you didn't care about your own feelings and emotions and you didn't care about words. So why are you so mad that I said some things about you? And then she got mad and she was like, you're using my words against me. You're trying to. And then she got mad and called me a nigga. Yep, she did that today. She was so mad. Listen to me. I was laughing so hard because she was so mad. I'm talking about she sound like a dirt bike. She was dirt bike mad today. Do you hear me? She was you don't know. You don't know what dirt bike mad is? Y'all want me to tell y'all what dirt bike mad is? She was dirt bike mad today. Let me tell you, she was so mad. She was like, bitch, 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 nig, nig, nigga, nig. She was dirt bike mad today. You hear me? I'm talking about dirt bike mad. She was like, bitch, 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 Rouser, bitch, 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 bitch. And she still ain't get that motherfucker started. You hear me? She still ain't get that motherfucker started. She dirt bike mad and still ain't get that motherfucker started. You hear me? She was over there like, bitch, 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 bitch. We sitting in the Discord. I'm like, I know what's wrong. It ain't got no gas in it. Yo, she was so heated today. I know what's wrong. It ain't got no gas in it. Act like she gonna start me up. My name so many times today. She's so mad. Ralph, Ralph, Ralph the Wise, Ralph the Wise. She said she stopped liking me yesterday. You been talking shit about me all week, and you gonna try to make it seem like you just stopped liking me yesterday? No, you been had some hurt in your heart. You been trying to talk shit about me. For the last couple of weeks that we've been ignoring your ass, you been trying to talk shit about me. So let's talk shit and get it over with. You ain't about to sit there and secretly take shots at me, and I'm supposed to be dumb enough not to pick them up. Every time you said something about Golden, you was trying to sneak shots in at me. And he got all them women over there moving money around for him. Where he got people moving money around. I knew that you was just trying to get in close so you can try to find out what goes on. So you could try to use that shit against somebody. When you doing money, when you got money online, it's easier to have people move it around for you, right? I don't know if she ever dealt with big money before, and this is why I say these people is playing in a small bracket game. They're playing in a small bracket game because if I'm using Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, so on and so forth, you would have to have other people that can send money for you because Cash App only allows a certain limit a week, right? PayPal only allows a certain amount, right? So if you know you got bills and stuff coming out automatically, if you know you got stuff already coming out your account and you are an adult in this world, you know you have to do with, financial responsibilities. This is why I say Maggie don't deal with financial responsibilities because there's no possible way you don't understand why somebody else would move money around. You don't understand how pockets work. You don't understand how accounts work. You never filed taxes. You never filed under a business, right? When you're dealing with money, you want money to be moved the proper way. So you get other people to move certain monies for you, right? Especially if you're taking it out of account, especially if you don't want people to get the wrong idea, right? I didn't want Maggie to get the wrong idea thinking that I liked her. So I said one of the sister wives send it, right? That's why I did that. Because if it came from me, she would have played it off like, oh, look, he's sending me money. He's sending me money. He likes me. So on and so forth, right? So just to show her that I don't like her, but I didn't want any ties, right? This is how you tie up loose ends, right? I made a statement on my panel where I told her that I was going to send her some money for Jack Daniels. I was like, you're going to need more Jack Daniels today. I'm going to have your ass drinking a lot. And she was like, I don't have no money, Ralph. Da, 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 da. Right? Y'all remember way back in February when she came over here. It might have been March, right? Way back in February and March when she came over here, I made that statement to her. So as a man of my word, I had to go ahead and clean that up. Otherwise, that would have been something she would have been able to tie to me. She would have been able to tie that to me and been like, and he said that he was going to send me money and never sent me money. So I had to clean that up. Like, all right, look, here's the money that I said that I was going to give you to drink. Here you go, right? Because I'm smarter than them. I know that they're looking anything. They're trying to hold you to your word, right? People try to hold you to your word. They not true to their words, but they'll try to make you say something and hold you to your word and then make you feel guilty like you broke a promise to them or something. That's why I did that. So that way she has no reason to try to hold on, right? So I wanted to make sure that she had no ties. I was trying to make sure that we was good on all terms, because if it was going to be a bridge that was going to get burnt, I was going to let her burn it. Oh, I was going to pour gasoline all over that motherfucker. But if it came down to lighting a match, she would have been the one to lit it. And she did just that. Yeah, she did just that. She's sitting there talking about responsibilities and bills she got to pay, taking care of her dog and taking care of her mom and dad or whatever, right? I sent her the money. She bought the alcohol. She could have did anything with that money she want. She bought the alcohol and then try to blame that on me. You told me to buy alcohol, Ralph, and now you're going to say something about me drinking. I didn't tell you to buy no fucking alcohol. You are alcoholic. You was that before I offered you any money. You was an alcoholic. You sit there and you drink. All I did was say, what's the Cash App? So I mean, what's the PayPal so I can send you this money and get this out the way? That's all I did, was send you the money to get it out the way. So that way you can't say that I made a false promise to you, because I know how people are. That's one of those things that they hold in your heart. They try to do coercion of the heart. So they make you, say certain things and then they hold you to that. Like if I was to curse her out or something like that, she would hold me to that. He said this about me. He said that about me. Right? So yeah, so I cleaned it up. Here you go. Here's your money, right? What's your PayPal? Right? Now, look at the conversation. Do it say I told her to buy alcohol? No. This conversation shows that I said, what's your PayPal? Right? As soon as I said, what's your PayPal? She put a heart on there and got excited and said, alcohol, right? Like a fucking kid, like one of Shaq kids or something. Ooh, alcohol. You know what I mean? She implied that shit. She knew what she was going to do with that money as soon as she got it. Yeah, her eyes lit up. a whole bottle of Jack, right? This is why I say she's not smart, right? This is why I say she's not smart. And look what I told her. I told her, I said, I'll have one of the other wives send you 40. Let me know when you get it. That's what I said. I'll have one of the other wives send you 40. Let me know when you get it, right? Right? I even told her on the back end, right? Because she tried to be like, you asked one of your wives, right? That's what she said. You asked one of your wives. I told her on the back end, no, not ask, had. It's a difference when you had somebody do something and you asked somebody to do something, right? I said, I had them do it, right? It's my money. They move it around for me. That's what I said. It's my money. They move it around for me, right? And then I told her, don't worry about how my money work. Don't worry about how we work, right? That's what I told her. Don't worry about how we work. You know? She trying to show y'all the stuff that she want to show y'all, right? Now, where does it say I wanted to ask? Nowhere do it say that I asked her about Murph. None of this conversation shows that I asked her about Murph. She brought up Murph, right? She brought up Murph. She sent me this message, Murph texting me. She sent me the message trying to show me Murph texting her. I'm like, crazy man. He loves you, right? She say, he's insane. How is his kids getting bullied at school? I said, he's lying. That's how, right? Then she say, I'm doing a trial on Donat starting today. And that was Monday. That was Monday. She said she doing a trial on Donat. Here we are Friday. Did y'all see a trial on Donat? She said she was doing a trial on Donat earlier and talked about me the whole damn time. This was Monday when she asked for information on Donat. Monday. Here we are, what, Friday? Is today Saturday? This lady is capped to sit there and show y'all half-ass messages. To sit there and show y'all half-ass messages. And to paint a false narrative. Like, oh, this is what he's doing. And no, Maggie. No. You can do everything you want over there in that little fucked up ass Owl Academy. We don't care about your Owl Academy. It's raising a bunch of dummies. Sit there and take a bunch of people's essence, a bunch of people's, truths. That's what you sitting over there doing. Taking a bunch of people's truths. Stealing a bunch of people. Take my strong hand over there, stealing a bunch of people's, characteristic traits and trying to make them seem like they yours. We heard you today. Oh my God. Where'd you get that from, Maggie? That's not something that they say in Canada. We ain't hear you use no Canadian terms, right? You over there talking about some, oh my God. Where'd you get that from? That ain't something that's yours. I ain't never hear you say that. Now you saying that. Why? Because you watching me. You watching me so much that I'm rubbing off on you. You don't realize that? Why you think they say when people in a relationship, you start acting like your spouse, right? You guys want to be with me so bad that y'all are taking my traits. You Donat. I don't know what the fuck going on with him. He done try to put glasses on. This man done started trying to look like my avatar. He want to look like me so bad. He started mimicking the avatar look. I stopped wearing glasses, months ago when I started putting my contacts back in, I started wearing glasses. This dude want to be the damn Avatar. Excuse me. And that's why I keep on saying these people are not real. Because there's no possible way, you know, that you going through all these character phases, man. You was everything. This motherfucker looked like he about to star in the next Karate Kid. He was Rafael Mariano. He was everything. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he playing Cobra Kai. This motherfucker out here looking like the next G.I. Jane. This G.I. Jane right here. This the lesbian that snuck into the army as a man. This her. It's the black story of the lesbian that snuck into the army as a man. Got fucked by all the platoons. Yeah, the platoons got his ass. Yeah. Stop playing, man. These dudes done changed up their character so many times. They done changed up their character so many times. You hear me? They changed up his character so many times. Look at him. Look at him looking batshit crazy. This the real person right here. This semi look how crazy he look. Huh? This how he look. It's that real awkward ass face. Ladies, can y'all imagine this face staring down at y'all? Right when you about to, you know what I'm saying? Right when you about to get one off. Huh? You about to get one off, and this dumbass motherfucker look down at you. Huh? Fuck up the whole mood, right? Fuck up every stuff. This dumbass motherfucker look down at you. He got that ruh-oh Shaggy look on his face. Ruh-oh Shaggy. Ruh-oh Shaggy. What is it, Scooby-Doo? What is it? Trying to get a Scooby snack. This nigga trying to get a Scooby snack. Got a nerve to be trying to do lives about me. Bro, you can't do no lives about me. You can't do no lives about me. You can't put me on a thumbnail. None of that shit. As long as you got this recording.
You are a sick individual. You know that boy is obsessed with me, and you going over there praying on him to buy. You are so sick. Girl, I can show you the paperwork. I make 2.5 times the amount of money now that I got rid of you out of my life. And when I get rid of him from the inside out, I feel like I'm going to go up to about $20,000.
This motherfucker got me over here on some Usher shit. I feel like I got broke up with. I'm over here like, you don't have to call. It's okay, girl. I'ma be all right tonight. You don't have to call. Huh? Fucking weirdo.
Don't nobody play with my soul or try to trap me. You are a nasty, cruel ass bitch. Death don't do you justice, ho. You already dead on the inside. You stupid. You are literally delusional to sit there and pay this boy to talk to him behind the scene, to cry and act like you made a friend. Ain't no fucking friends. He using you for money, and you don't care about it. The only thing you care about is trying to get a reaction out of me. Well, guess what? Your money ain't shit compared to my money and what I'm making right now and what you was giving me. You can't penny bitch me. You are a nasty, disgusting person who came
He sold his soul. That man sold his soul, right? He sold his soul. And look, you know that he works for the devil. You know he works for the devil. Look at this. He went in a room with 4K people, right? He went into a space with 4K people and put Jaguar Wright shot and unalive 7 minutes ago. That's what he put. He went into a room with 4,000. He wanted to put 4,000 people attention on Jaguar Wright being pew-pewed. And he said he had the footage. This is when you take other people's intentions and you put it to wicked shit, right? This is what he was doing. He was trying to take the attentions of that room and put them to thinking some negative, low vibrational shit, right? And he comes out with the footage of it, right? He didn't just do that in anybody's room. He did that in Academic's room, right? Academic, right? Look at Academic's face. Look at Academic's face. He's reading the Diddy trial. He's reading that, you know, this is when Jaguar Wright and them was implemented in the Diddy trial, right? He did it in Academics Live and had a nerve to screenshot it and send me the picture of it, right? This the type of evil this dude was trying to put into my mind, right? This the type of wickedness he was trying to put into my mind. Saying shit like he want AT2, you know, unalived. This the shit that he was putting in there, right? Trying to implant little like this, like implant this level of fuckery. For what reason? Right? Let's not get into the mod situation. See? What that say right there? I think AT2 reported you. That's how he moves. I want to unalive that bitch. Right? What does that say right there? Right? And then this is when he told me to put Jaguar name at the front of the title on Ralph the Wise. See, he thought he was setting me up and he set himself up. You get what I'm saying? He thought he was setting me up and he set himself up. Put Jaguar name at the front of the title on Ralph the Wise. That way he can find it. Because I wasn't putting Jaguar name. You see what I was putting? Ralph the Wise is live, right? He wanted me to put Jaguar's name in the front of it so he can be able to find it, so he can be able to strike it, right? And when I told him it won't save in there, right? I'm telling him like, yo, it won't save in there. I can't save it in there to change the title, right? Then he says, go to YouTube and do it directly. Go to your video, click edit and do it that way. Be sure you log into Ralph the Wise account. What, right? This was him thinking he was slick, trying to control my account secretly, making it seem like I don't know nothing about, you know, YouTube. Right? Then he gets mad at me because I say I'm not worried about that shit. Like, I'm not worried about it. You the one that's calling me about it. Then he gets mad at me and say, what'd he say? Was just trying to help. I see you got it, so I'ma fall back. Soon as he sent this message, me being from the hood, I knew what that means. Soon as he sent this message and said, I was trying to help. I see you got it. I'ma fall back. As soon as he sent that, I knew that he was about to start doing some fucked up shit. As soon as he sent that, I knew he was about to start. As soon as he sent that on the 11th, mind you, the 11th is the day that they came over to my panel. It was the final day that they came over to my panel, right? When they came over to try to do the whole fake cleanup live, when they came over and did the whole, the not told me that your live got hit. Oh, you know, we're gonna come back over and do it again. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna come back over there. And now you want to talk shit, talk about something. I ain't do this and I ain't do that. I never asked y'all to come over here. Never asked y'all to come over here. Not near one of y'all that I asked to come over here. Y'all kept contacting me saying, get in touch with Ralph so we can find out what's been going on with Jaguar. Get in touch with Ralph, right? Look, March the 11th, right here. This is the live
Or a
came
carnal
over
way of
for.
thinking.
March the
Right.
11th was when they interrupted my morning live.
You know, whoever the nephew was,
Right? Interrupted my morning live. Right? This was March the 11th. Right? March the 11th. This was after they came over on the live and did the bullshit. Then he tried to be like, I was just trying to help you. Da, 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 da. Because I told him on the phone, I said, bro, you seem to be the one worried. I told him on the phone, I said, bro, you seem to be the one worried. You the only one that seemed to be the one worried about whether I leave it up, take it down. I said, I'm not worried about that shit. You seem to be the one worried about it. Right? That's what I told him. I said, you seem to be the one worried about it. Look how many times he called me on March 11th. Right? 4 times. 4 times he called me on March 11th. 4 times he called me on March 11th. Right? So that's why I say his math ain't mathing. His math ain't mathing, right? You want to see proper receipts. People want to see proper receipts. Let the shit add up. Let the shit add up. We did the live on the 11th. You called my phone on the 11th, and you left a text message on the 11th, right? You called my phone 4 times on the 11th, right? And you left a text message because you got mad because you didn't like what I said to you on the phone, because you was trying to put worry in my mind. And the same thing I told your little mod that came over here, the same thing I told your mod, bro, don't come to me with the who said this shit. We don't do that over here, right? I told your mod that, and then all of a sudden the mod goes back to you and tell you that I'm talking about you and you fall for it. But you was already setting me up. You was already setting me up. This is March the 9th. Let's look at the dates. This is March the 9th, right? You said Sherelle wants to do a panel with us. I never contacted y'all and said I wanted to do a panel with y'all. I never contacted y'all and said, yo, what's up? I'm trying to do a panel. I never did that. I didn't give a fuck about doing a panel with y'all. I wasn't kissing nobody's ass. I wasn't doing no weird shit like that. Huh? That was you. That was you, my boy. I didn't care to kick it with y'all. I didn't care for y'all to come over here and kick it. Right? You contacted me and said they wanted to do a panel. Right? Just like all the other times you contacted me and said, yo, pull up. Right here. Pull up. Right? Wanted me to come up on your panel. Pull up. March the 10th. Want to come up? That's you. That's you. On my dick. And I ain't even give you my number. All I did was give you a style for you to run with. You know what I'm saying? You got me feeling like Nas. Ether. That shit that make your soul burn slow. Right? It's you constantly swinging. Even if we go all the way back to February, what does this say? February 19th. What does it say? Can you go live with me? What does that say? What does that say? Is this me asking him? No, this is not me asking him. This is him asking me, can you go live with me? That don't look like me begging him. That don't look like me. I'm not, Keith Sweat. Sound like he keeps sweat, right? And he keeps on trying to play it off like this, that, and the third. Somebody was sweating. No, bro, not never. Not never did I press you. You was the one that was pressed. You was the one trying to hit somebody up all types of hours, right? We can get into the dates. We can get into the times that you hit somebody up. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 something in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, you sending text messages. 4:30 in the AM, you sending text messages. Let's look at the timelines on this shit. Who the fuck is thinking about somebody else at 4:30 in the morning? 4:30 in the morning, I'm getting these messages from you. Weird ass times. They're supposed to be asleep. This shit, 2 a.m. This shit at 2 a.m. Monday, 2 a.m. Almost 3 in the morning. What for what? For what is you texting me for? 3 a.m. in the morning. It ain't making no sense, bro. That's giving off like the first thing you think of in the morning and the last thing you think of before you go to sleep. You want to keep on making it seem like somebody pressing you. Ain't nobody, you texting people. You keep texting people, trying to keep yourself relevant. Keep your name on somebody's tongue. Keep your name in somebody's mouth. Don't nobody want to talk about or discuss you. You keep on trying to talk about people so they can defend themselves or say something back. You put out all these fraudulent lies about people. Nobody else is running around caring about you. Not like that. To where as though we got to come up and make up with some. No, nobody need to make up nothing on you. You your worst enemy. Right. Ask him to show one message where I asked him to come over to my page. Ask him to show one message where I contacted him and said, yo, you trying to go live together? Ask him where I sent one message. This dude would call me and be like, yo, you doing anything on Big Homie CC? Wait, because I want to do something too. And we could just do it together. Would call me and do that shit. Like, stop playing. And everything that you see that's happening on the internet is based off an aggressive ass victimizing programming. That's why you see him. That's why you see Maggie, right? That's why you see him and Maggie doing the same thing, throwing all these rocks at people, and then soon as somebody go to defend themselves or go back at them, they play the victim. I don't know why this person is coming after me. I don't know why. He told you out his own mouth. I set the stuff up like this. That's what he said. He said he put all of this in play because he already knew what my potential was. I had the potential to take him down. So he put all of this in play so he can tear me down before I build up, because I had the potential to be better than him. Think about that. That's weird as hell. That's some 5 heartbeat shit. That's some you ain't gonna be shit because I ain't shit. Oh, Eddie Kane ass nigga.
Aggressor program is a victim-victimizer software mind control archetype and VV strategy that is used to target and suppress spiritually developing people. This is one of the controller programs that is a sub-program of the victim-victimizer software program and a collective miasm that has accumulated over many generations. As the victimizer archetypes and related programs that are embedded in the cellular matrix are very enhanced now, especially in adjunct to life review patterns for many of us now on the ascension path. Let us say this is explosive for some of us now, and I am observing traps for ensnarement and addiction, like Jaws attempting to latch on to our vulnerability. Aggressor program is listed in the HGS manual under the victim-victimizer 2 clearing under addictions/phobias. 1. Aggressor program is to instigate forms of intimidation and bullying through a variety of techniques to manipulate or control other people, or exert power over a situation or group. Intimidation is intentional behavior that would cause a person of ordinary sensibilities fear of injury, harm, or persecution. It is not necessary to prove that the behavior was so violent as to cause terror or that the victim was actually frightened. Intimidation. Intimidation may be employed consciously or unconsciously, and a percentage of people who employ it consciously may do so as the result of selfishly rationalized notions of its appropriation, utility, or self-empowerment. Intimidation related to prejudice and discrimination may include conduct which annoys, threatens, intimidates, alarms, or puts a person in fear of their safety, because of a belief or perception regarding such person's race, color, national origin, ancestry, gender, religion, religious practice, age, disability, or sexual orientation, regardless of whether the belief or perception is correct.
Now,
Intimidation.
I want y'all to listen right there to what you just heard, right? What you just heard, right, is exactly what's happening, right? It tells you that that they use these different levels of intimidation. And with everything being a war on words right now, with us being in this whole battle of Babylon, because we're in a battle of Babel, a battle of words, right? So this is where you can best benefit off of these variations of intimidation, right? Sexual orientation, right? Race, color, national origin, right? Ancestral, gender, religion, religious practice, age, disability, regardless of whether it's true or false, right? These are the things and the methods that they would use, right? Now, tell me these are not the things that they're using. Tell me these are not the things that they're using. Age, you hear Jaguar use people age against them all the time. When she was going against Essie, oh, she's almost 60 and she's acting like this. Tell me, does this sound like a 60-year-old woman or a infant having a tantrum, right? When Maggie, she used age all the time. I'm 33. I'm 33. This person, this old. This person's that old, right? They use these different variations of tactics, verbal abuse, making someone feel lower than themselves. These are the things that they use. Intimidation factors in order to what? Fuck with your mental. This is all a mind game. Everything is a mental battlefield right now.
Intimidation may be manifested in such manner as physical contacts, glowering countenance, emotional manipulation, verbal abuse, making someone feel lower than you, purposeful embarrassment and/or actual physical assault. Behavior may include, but is not limited to, epithets, derogatory comments or slurs and lewd propositions, assault, impeding or blocking movement, offensive touching or any physical interference with normal work or movement, and visual insults, such as derogatory posters or cartoons, intimidation/ref.
Or just
Aggression.
calling somebody bitch, just because you upset with them. You can't say nothing else intellectual. You just say bitch, just derogatory statements just to try to that made sense. That showed that you were intelligent. You sitting there calling somebody a B for however long. You couldn't think of nothing else to say. But see, think about that. I want y'all to really think about that. Because if it was the other way around and I was to call her a B, she'll be sitting over there talking about something. And Ralph called the black lady a woman. He called a black woman a woman. And that's what she was waiting for. That's why I never gave it to him. Ask everybody in the Discord. I was telling everybody in the Discord, don't give it to him. Don't say the stuff. If you represent the Atlas family, don't give them the energy that they want. Tell them love is love and keep pushing. Did I not tell y'all that? I said they want us to say something. I said it don't even matter if it's one of our mods. They just want somebody from over here to say something. They want a sister wife, somebody to say something from over here so they can say that's what they doing. That's what they doing. They trying to no, love is love. Keep pushing. Love, hey, keep doing you. You got the right to keep doing you. Love is love. We like the fact that y'all do y'all. That's what we say all the time. We like the fact that y'all here to be evil and wicked. We wouldn't be needed if they wasn't here to be evil and wicked. You know what I mean?
Aggression is overt, often harmful, social interaction with the intention of inflicting damage, intimidation, or other unpleasantness upon another individual. People may intentionally use aggression to control or bully other people, or as a result of poor self-awareness and impulse control, and may be completely unconscious of their energies being directed aggressively towards others. Aggression is a potent precursor to violence, and as such, great thoughtfulness to discipline aggression and aggressive behavior is needed to develop higher consciousness and to adhere to the practices of the Law of One. The archontic deception strategy uses forms of mind control through victimizer archetypes and socially conditioning people to accept aggression and violence as normal and desirable behavioral traits, especially in males. This behavioral conditioning is used in order to shape thought forms of the predator mind easily into the unaware public and to keep the majority of people operating at the 1D root chakra, the lowest frequency spectrum. Aggression is an interrelated function of the predator mind, which allows people expressing aggression to be easily harnessed for entity attachments and possession by dark forces of imposter spirits. The main controller pillars of society tend to reward destructive and negative behaviors, such as forms of aggression, in order to influence people into acting out violent states of being, which incite inner and outer violence between the people of Earth, as a divide and conquer agenda.
Now, this goes back to her Haitian roots. This goes back to her French roots, right? The fact that she's a separatist, right? This is where the divide and conquer comes in at. She's dividing all of these content creators, right? And then she thinks she's going to conquer the section by doing so. She's dividing everybody, and then she thinks she's going to conquer the section after she creates all these different forms of division, right? You're watching this in your face. You're watching this play out in your face. She is a separatist. She has French blood. She was raised by the French. Who do the French despise? America. That's why she keeps on saying it. That's why she keeps on bringing up the difference, right? No, you're a Taurus. April 20th is a Taurus for America, but April 20th is a Aries for French, and I am French, right? She don't want to be black. She don't want to be, she got all of this smoke for America, but keep on downplaying it how she don't. So why you in the black tea sector? Why you in Hollywood sector if you don't want to be American so bad, right? You in this motherfucker, you be my American boy, American. Coming back to true time, pondering from time, say, I really want you. She be Zabzu. You be my American boy, American. Like, get your ass out of here. We don't want you. Why are you not understanding that? We don't want you. We don't want you. You can't keep no secret. You ain't no good for the covenant. What? We don't want you. We don't want you. You don't work well with other people. You another Jaguar. You don't know how to play in the sandbox with other people. You don't know how to get along. You think every boy is yours. You think everybody wants you. And now your ass really just sitting up in my room, just thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. Got your ass in your brandy state right now. She and that motherfucker going through all different types of stages. She in the room talking about something. Have you ever loved somebody so bad it makes you high? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night? Have you ever tried to find the words, but they don't come out right? Have you ever? See, and that motherfucker going through it. Talking about something. I don't know no American sitcoms. Great. I'm glad you said that. Now I'm gonna tear your ass up with America's sitcoms. I'm gonna motherfucking get your ass step by step. You about to go through all of our growing pains. You about to find out that it was Charles in charge. You about to find out that family matters. You about to have a full house, motherfucker. We about to tear through everything about you. It's Party of Six all over again. We about to put your ass in Dawson's Creek. You hear me? Huh? We about to go through all the sitcoms with your ass. You don't know none of them? Good. You can't share in with none of this laughter. Aha. Huh? We about to go through all the motherfucker sitcoms on your ass. You ain't gonna know none of it as the world turns, huh? We gonna be your guiding light, huh? About to find out about All My Children, huh? Yup. About to find out. Shit. Going through all the sitcoms on her ass. She about to find out in the eyes of the ranger, the unsuspected stranger who knows the law from wrong or right. Are you hearing me? She about to find out in the heat of the night. She about to get all these motherfuckers upside her head. You better sit still, because we about to hit you with all of these sitcoms. You hear me? All of them. Frasier. Nah, you might know about Frasier. Let me take that back. Told your ass it's a different world from where we came from. Huh? I know my family loves me. Something high, some love, some way. You can visit, you can take it. Just remember what you go take. It's a different world from where you come from. Stay in Canada. It's a different world. Who? From where we come from. This is America. Keep your ass in their news. Get out of our news. Fuck you mean? Sitting over there trying to act like you know about America hip hop, trying to act like you know about what the fuck goes on in our areas and shit. Trying to act like you know what the fuck goes on. Sit your Lamont ass down. Sit down, Lamont. That's what we gonna call you now, Lamont. Anybody that's acting like that, we just gonna call him a Lamont. That's a Lamont. I know a Lamont when I see a motherfucking Lamont. A Lamont don't have to be a guy or a girl. A Lamont is a Lamont. That's a motherfucking Lamont. That is a Lamont. That's a Lamont. Yes, it is. Not is a Lamont. That's a Lamont. Mm-hmm. When you see them, just call them Lamonts. They won't know what you're talking about, but you know what we're talking about. Big dummies. They some Lamonts. Huh? All right, now. You have to practice self-awareness, right? One thing about self-awareness is acceptance. Acceptance is a big part of self-awareness. Now, a lot of these people, they don't have no acceptance. They don't accept shit, right? They don't accept it. They blame everything on somebody else. Somebody else made them do it, right? I sent her $40. She went out and got alcohol. It's my fault that she's drinking, right? That shit don't make no sense. You could have did anything you wanted with that money. I didn't know nothing about what you was going to do with that money once I sent it to you. Yeah, the pre-notion of what we said the money was for might have been based off of a joke that was based off of you drinking. But once you got that money, you had the opportunity to do whatever you wanted with that money. You decided to go get some alcohol and pre-rolls. That's your fault. That's your fault.
Acceptance. Archetypes of drama. Attention.
Could have went and got Loki some
Compassionate witness. Confront beliefs. Emotional balance. Forgiveness. Gratitude. Neutral. Quiet the mind. Recovering personal power. Sphere of influence.
Now, none of these things of what you just heard do they do, right? Let's start from the bottom, the 12th one, which is the sphere of influence, right? Once you get the sphere of influence, you realize that you can be a great influence to people, right? You start thinking better of yourself. You start carrying yourself with a little bit more class, a little bit more dignity, right? I guess this is when you become uppity, as they say, right? So this is when you start carrying yourself accordingly. You realize that your influence, the way you carry yourself, is rubbing off on other people, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not, everything that you do rubs off on somebody else. You can see it in somebody else if you allow yourself to. This is why it's so easy for us to observe that they're stealing my, characteristic traits, right? You ain't hear Maggie say shut up this many times, right? She realized that people like that. The way I say it, people like, right? She even tried to get her an internet laugh. This is my real laugh. My real laugh is annoying like this in real life. My son tell me all the time, he like, man, your laugh is getting on my nerves after a while. But then even he too tries to have my laugh, right? Even he too tries to get a laugh like mine, right? They all doing it. I seen a video with Mike trying to get an internet laugh. Mike was sitting there trying to get like a squeaky voice internet laugh. That's what they was calling it, the internet laugh, right? Because when they're watching the response of the people. So when I laugh and it makes other people want to laugh, they're watching that response. They're not watching me. They're watching what you guys are watching. They're watching what y'all are responding to, what y'all are. So when y'all put the ones in the comment section, when y'all heart the comment section, when y'all say stuff like, your laugh makes me want to laugh, or, there you go with that laugh again, different stuff like that. They looking at that. And then they're trying to take that, manipulative, flip my dip, shut up, even the oh my God, even that, right? Even that part, they're stealing different pieces, they're stealing different pieces. She's supposed to be doing the trial of the night, and she over there talking about me for 4 hours. Talking about I'm not going to talk about Ralph the Wise. How the freak you saying you're not going to talk about me and talk about me for 5 hours? You said my name 80 times today. 80 times. For all that, you might as well pay me a visit. Sit. Get a ticket. Meet me at the airport. Fuck. I don't know what to tell you at this point. All right. So one thing you got to do is exercise your mind, right? Gratitude is an exercise of the mind. Better understanding other people is an exercise of the mind. Learning something new, right? These are all different variations of exercises of the mind. People who think that they know everything already because they graduated, people who think that they got 27 years of school and they 33 and nobody can tell them nothing because they grown and they 33 and they grown, right? Those type of people, you might not be able to fill their cup up. Their cup might be already fulleth, right? And if their cup is already fulleth, you can't put no more in there, right? Their cup will runneth over. And the last thing you want their cup to do is runneth over.
Keep reinforcing the positive things that you have in your life right now. Feel and express gratitude for the people, things, and experiences that are positive or have a silver lining for higher learning. Reinforce one's commitment to expressing love, goodness, and gratitude, and to behave as ethically as Christ would. Better understand other people. It may be helpful to practice listening to perspectives different from our own, and to allow other people to challenge and stimulate our ways of thinking. We have an incredible array of languages, cultures, and belief systems that define a variety of viewpoints on the earth. When we are able to understand other people through their viewpoint, we are more empathic to them. We can understand how they may feel. This helps us to have compassion for people and not group them into statistics, countries, religions, or some other classification system. When we classify people, we start to disassociate from the fact they are human beings, our brothers and sisters that have a right to live upon this earth peacefully. Learn something new. Learn how to think and explore your own learning patterns by giving yourself time and space for reflection. Notice how we are constantly bombarded by external forms of distraction. Our creative minds may need to stay sequestered from the formulas given.
I don't think AI lady knows what sector we in. What you want AI to give it to you straight? I'll have to rewrite that shit all over again. AI be talking gangster to y'all. AI be over here like, now shut up and stay out of low vibrations. These people are not real. You need to stay away from low vibrational entities such as Jaguarite and Madagascar and the Knot. End message. Listen, all I'm saying is pay attention, right? You don't have to pay attention to me. You don't have to pay attention to me. You can observe this somewhere. You know what I mean? You can observe this somewhere. All of this stuff, right? But then when you reach a certain system with inside your mind, a certain nervous system with inside your mind, certain brain wave, a certain brain frequency, this is when you're going to want this knowledge. You might not want it right
Sovereignty of
now.
brain and nervous system. Open your 12D shield. Stabilize in your core and open a vortex field if that is part of your practice. Feel free to call upon crystal star guardians or guiding beings allied with your divine purpose. Once your shield and core feel as stabilized as you can get them, speak to your body, brain, and nervous system these words. My body, I speak to you as an intelligence and I speak to you with love. I am in charge of our God's sovereign freedom and nothing will compromise this. I will take care of you with all of my heart. Take a moment to feel this connection come alive. Then say the following.
Now, you can choose what it is that you want to say, but first you have to acknowledge that your mind is its own thing, right? A lot of people won't acknowledge that their mind is it's its own thing. So therefore, they'll never take the control that the mind should have over the vessel, right? That's the real wrestle. That's the real fight, right? Do your body control your mind or do your mind control your body? Are you sending signals down to your body or is your body sending signals up to your mind, right? Because a lot of y'all allow y'all body to be in control of y'all mind. This is why when things don't feel right, when things don't sit right with you, when things are uncomfortable for you, these are all things of the flesh, right? And the flesh sends these signals up to your mind through the nervous system, right? And then your nervous system sends the body the response, or through your nervous system, it sends your body the response, your brain, right? Because everything is water and electrons and things moving through fluids, electrons, eons, ions, all of that good stuff, right? So at some point, you have to first admit that you have a brain and it has its own consciousness, therefore it has its own food source, right? Once you admit that your brain is its own entity, then you have to admit that the brain has its own food source, just like the body has a food source. This is why the Bible says a man should not live off of bread alone, right? Because once you realize that you are three, mind, body, and spirit, right? You have to realize that the mind is its own thing. What does the mind need? The spirit is its own thing. What does the spirit need? The mind is its own thing. It needs food. What does it eat? The spirit is its own thing. It needs food. What does it eat? The mind is its own thing, right? What does it fear? Spirit is its own thing. What does it fear? The mind is its own thing. What does it yearn for? What does it thirst for, right? You have to go over these different measures of giving the same thing that you give your body. You have to give your mind its own credibility for, in a sense, right? The mind is not feeding off the same thing that the body is feeding off of. The same thing that's pumping energy through your body to give your body whatever it is, the mind is doing something different. It's a gas up there. It's different liquids. It's the light water up there, right? You got to figure out what's in the light water. What do the light water feed off of? How do you feed the light water, right? And then you could figure out that transfer of what takes place between the body and the mind, right? That's where the testament comes from. That's where your testament comes from. Your testament comes from the transfer of your body and your mind. That's why it's called the testament, because testa means testicles, which is your body, and ment means mental, which is your mind. So it is the transfer from the testa to the ment, the Nile River, the fluid that flows up your spinal cord, and it goes through the nervous system of your body, right? So this is where testament comes from. The Old Testament consisted of 12, the power of 12 tribes, 12, zodiac signs, 12 crystals, so on and so forth. The New Testament was changed to 7 with the New Testament, with Christ. Christ was put as a martyrdom system, a way to cut off, right? So the New Testament, it dropped us down into a 7 chakra system. The Old Testament had us in a 12 chakra system. This is why it says that back in the day, they was closer to spirituality than we are now, is because they were under a 12 chakra system understanding of self, whereas though we're under a 7 chakra system understanding of self. One's in the chat if that makes sense. One's in the chat if that makes sense. A little nighttime knowledge, late night knowledge. Hey, drop $5 in the Cash App if you like it. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. Love is love. Namaste. I say salutations. That's what we do over here. We don't just, we don't just sit here and put each other down. It's going to be some jewels dropped over here now. All right. Now we're going to drop some jewels over here now. We're going to drop some jewels over here for sure. Right? We're going to drop some jewels over here. You just got to pick them up. You just got to pick them up. Okay, so when you're looking at this, all of these laws, all of these bylaws, everything that we're hearing, the structure of it, it is based off an understanding of oneself. All these people out here trying to look for understanding. If you look for understanding, you put yourself under something. Okay, seek understanding, for that's all the standing that you need is understanding, right? So this is where what we're going through now, right? Which is group consciousness, right? The planet evolves and it goes through different variations of frequencies. So we're coming out of a personal conscious and moving into a group conscious or a cosmic conscious, right? This is where your cosmic unity family comes from, right? This is why you hear more people saying, they're trying to get in touch with their galactic family, their star family. Some of them might be saying that they're looking for their tribe family, so on and so forth, right? Because all of us are going through this galactic shift right now, right? Neutron fields is changing, neurons is changing. Some people are in hateful spirit, but look, you can't do nothing about them, okay? Look, just everybody's not going to make it, okay? And it's okay. Everybody's not going to make it, and that's okay. You're going to have to be okay with everybody not making it. Are you okay with everybody not making it? I'm okay with everybody not making it, because everything ain't for everybody, right? This is why Christ spoke in parables. This is why he said, the seeds of man. He said casting the seeds onto the ground is like casting the seeds onto the land of many. Some of the seeds will land on good soil and grow strong. Some of the seeds will land on hard concrete and won't grow at all. Some of the seeds are going to land on good topsoil, so it's going to grow fast, but the winter is going to wither away, right? It's not going to have strong roots, right? This is why Christ said, I speak in parables, because everything is not for everybody, right? So in this day and age, we have to come to the realization that everything ain't for everybody. Those who understand it will understand it, and those who won't, we have to let them be, what it is that they want to be. If they want to be outside and want to be outside of understanding, outside of consciousness, we have to, this goes to the serenity prayer, right? Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. A lot of people don't want to accept the things that they cannot change. Because if we did accept the things that we cannot change, we will have a deep understanding that everybody's not going to make it.
Our planet is evolving into a coalescence of collective race fields which create group consciousness, and this is not a choice. It is a fact during the ascension cycle. This means we will need to become aware of what group consciousness means and how it impacts us in our day-to-day life, as well as every relationship we have on this planet. In any type of organization or group consciousness, it is extremely challenging to navigate in uncleared individual and group negative ego behaviors. Negative ego behaviors are usually entwined with low ethical conduct, which damages building trust between people in order to communicate transparently and honestly about a variety of topics. In order to evolve and learn how to build basic group consciousness communication skills, we each must develop commitment to hold accountability to our personal circumstances and the GSF behaviors that each of us choose to demonstrate every day. Trust is everything in building relationships and group consciousness. For guidelines on building and assessing trustworthiness, see Trust, Building Trust.
And I don't need to, I don't need to tell y'all, to look. I don't need to tell y'all what to look for. I don't need to tell y'all, how to find, what is a Christ consciousness or somebody who's acting in a Christ spirit. It's going to show itself, right? All these people that's coming with these false witnesses, getting people to lie for them, right? Getting people to, do these weird things, and they telling you to your face, they got the right to hate. They absolutely right. Why do you think it don't work for us? Why do you think the same way they operate don't work for us? Why do you think that hateful ass energy that they come with don't work for us? Why do you think that they get material gain off of being hateful and it don't work for us? Because that's not us. That's not us, right? That's not our energy. That's not our essence. That don't belong to us. When you practice the things that belong to you, you get the things that belong to you. When you try to take the things that belong to somebody else, surely you're going to get something out of it that you're not going to want. You got to practice the things that belong to you. I learned that wickedness, evilness, it wasn't me. People used to tell me when I was in foster care and I was helping people out, they used to be like, man, why you help him out, man? He this, he that, right? Well, my first group home that I was in, it's the Beta House in Camden, New Jersey, East Camden, New Jersey. It's the Beta House. It's off of Federal Street, right? And this was my first group home. My first group home that I was in, I had a friend in there. His name was Freddie, right? I called him my best friend. Nobody else liked Freddie. Everybody else hated Freddie, right? And I was like, man, Freddie's cool, right? They'd be like, man, why are you cool with Freddie? Why are you cool with Freddie? Like, yeah, I used to have to check on Freddie to make sure Freddie was good, shit like that. I didn't really take time to observe and realize what Freddie was doing. It was some weird shit going on, but you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the weird shit that I'm talking about is like every day in the boys' bathroom, someone would leave like cloth, like rags and shit, like shitty rags by the toilet, by the commode. You know what I mean? They used to leave like shitty rags by the commode. Everybody would try to figure out like who wiped their ass with cloth, who did this, who's doing this, right? Nobody knew who was doing it, right? Everybody assumed who was doing it, so on and so forth. But I knew it was Freddie. I knew Freddie was doing it, but I didn't say nothing. Some people is not right in the head. You get what I'm saying? when we was younger, we didn't know what autistic was, autism, all this other stuff, right? We didn't know what none of that stuff was, but some kids had this, right? When I was working with autistic kids, it was one kid who used to play in his poop. Like when he would use the bathroom, we would have to monitor him, watch him to make sure he didn't do this stuff. Now, when I was in group homes, I didn't know that was going on. We don't know. It's heavier now in the world. It's a lot more now in the world, and a lot of people are hiding this. There's a lot more autistic and Asperger based adults right now in the world, right? There's a lot of spectrum based adults in the world right now, right? They knew what they was doing, right? That's why they implemented that no kid left behind shit, right? Half of these adults tell you that they don't even know how to read. They just got pushed along. They just graduated. Some of them tell you I was in the back of the classroom coloring apples and shit. I wasn't learning nothing. Hey, like, what you was doing in the 11th grade? In the back of the classroom, coloring apples. So we live in a world like that now, right? If you don't believe me, go watch a movie called Idiocracy. Go watch that movie called Idiocracy, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, damn, he right. All you gotta do is watch that movie. You're gonna be like, damn, he right. All right, but look, these are the things that you want to practice if you practice the law of oneness, right? Practice a unity consciousness, right? That's what we're practicing in the Discord every day. We try to look out for each other's mental and spiritual health, right? This is a unity consciousness, right? Practice loving yourself, right? We always remind each other that one's image of oneself should be greater than reality, right? That I tell y'all that every day. Remember, one's image of yourself should be greater than reality. Practice loving others. What do I say every day before we leave? If nobody told y'all that they love y'all today, let me be the first but not the last to say that I love you, right? Practice loving the earth and nature. You can see that with how people act, right? You hear me talk to the cats. You hear me go outside. You hear me, speak to the grass, the trees, so on and so forth, right? Practice service to others, right? You see us practicing that over here every day. We allow our platform for a space for other people to speak. We take up for other people when they don't take up for themselves, or if they feel like they need that additional strength to help them take up for themselves. We do that over here, right? Practice consciousness expansion. Well, that's where the knowledge comes in at. The jewels that's dropped over here, right? We drop jewels over here just so your conscious can expand, right? Practicing a real law of oneness. Trees, I hit your ass up on TikTok. You ain't messaged me back. You talking about you wanted me to help you with your TikTok and expand your TikTok. You ain't never messaged me back on TikTok. That was a long ass time ago. You tricked me. You tricked me. You tricked me. You did. Yep, you did. You tricked me. I hit you up on TikTok. I followed you on 3 accounts on TikTok. You never messaged me back. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I've been tricked before. All right. Practice responsible co-creatorship. Listen to that. Do you hear that one? This is a big one right here for YouTube. Damn, 9 months. What is you doing? You slipping on your pimping. You slacking on your macking. You supposed to be expanding. You were supposed to be growing. You supposed to be pushing. You know what I mean? You building a brand around yourself. That TikTok money long. They cash out every week over there. We get paid on the 15th of every month on TikTok. And that's not even including the gifts that you get. You can have that shit sent to your once a week. You can have it dropped off at your PayPal. You know what I'm saying? You missing out. You missing out. It's some money over there. It's some money. You gotta grind it. You gotta build it though. You don't know how. All right, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. I know you busy and everything. You got kids. You got responsibilities in this world as a mother. The physical world will weigh you down. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to build a brand around yourself if you don't have the network, if you don't have the people. Listen, there's ways to do this. There's ways to go about this, right? I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. Now, everybody don't take this secret, okay? I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret, okay? All you have to do is invest in yourself. And what I mean by invest in yourself, right? Take $100. Take $100. Go get a bunch of fives, right? And next time you go to like one of your kids' events, basketball game, party, wherever you go, right? Just tell people like, yo, you got TikTok? Go subscribe to my TikTok. Put your subscription around like $4.99 or whatever. Tell them like, yo, go subscribe to my TikTok. Go hit me up on TikTok. And then give them the $5. Give them the $5. Now, this gets you a subscription on TikTok, right? Which shows growth on TikTok, which will bring more people into your room, right? You can go live and do this. You can send people to different events. If you know somebody having a party, if you know somebody going to a sports events, you know somebody going, man, listen, I got, business cards. I literally do social media management and stuff like that. And like literally, like I'll pass out business cards. I'll go to the mall. It's nothing to just go around the mall and pass it out in the mall. Tell people in the mall, yo, go follow my TikTok. Go to vistaprint.com, make a bunch of cards with your TikTok and your social media and stuff on there, and just go to events and pass it out. Here you go. Follow my TikTok. Here you go. Follow my YouTube. Follow me on social media, right? My dad told me that if you want a job, you got to make it a job to find a job, right? So when I started branding myself, when I started, putting a like company, whatever around myself, that's my job. My job is to find more ways to reach out to the people, find more ways to help the people. The more people I help, the more people getting out of the finances that they're in, the more people going to come back and pay homage, right? Some people you help for free and say, hey, you do what you can, right? Each one teach one, right? It's going to pay its way in the long run. Yes, we're going to get a lot of people that's going to use us. Yes, we're going to get a lot of people that's going to manipulate us. That's where the discernment comes in. That's why you got to have spiritual discernment, right? Pay attention. If their intent doesn't match your intent, you got to gratefully get away from them. Look, I don't see us going in the same direction. You want money. I want to help people. It's not the same. You know what I mean? When I started working on TikTok, it was the same way. It was the same way. You got to get around the right people. Yo, listen, I don't see this working because you're not in it for the same thing. Yes, weed is legal in Canada. They allowed to smoke. It became legal a couple of years back or something like that. I literally like we help people do GoFundMe's. I mean not GoFundMe's. Like we did try to help people do GoFundMe's, but we ran into some scammers that was literally trying to make us do the GoFundMe and slide out of responsibilities of it. You know what I mean? And they were scamming. They really wasn't living in a car. We thought that they were living in a car. They wasn't really living in a car, so on and so forth. So it don't matter. It don't matter. But we still help people. We still do like, social media management, help people manage their account, so on and so forth. Different ideas to build, to grow your account. They like to try to make you pay for this stuff. Like this is social media advice, right? Advisory, right? So a lot of people will make you pay for this level of advice that I'm giving you. This is free advice, right? You just want to, think about it. All you have to do is go live from an event. Everybody that you run into, that might get you 10 to 15 people, depending on how big the event is. If you get some worker bees and give everybody cards to go around and help you, then you might get more people at the event that's going to go tune in. And then you do that at another event and another event, right? Or if you know people that's going to an event, right? You tell them like, hey, you mind if you pass the word? I'm gonna give you $150. Pass out 100 of it, put $50 in your pocket, right? You going to a football game, you going to a basketball game, hey, pass the word out. Tell people to go to my TikTok, so on and so forth. I'm gonna send you $150 on Cash App. Give out, 100, keep 50, right? This is why when Maggie say shit like, oh, he's got people moving money around for him. Yes, because it fucking takes money to make money out here in the world. My operation is not the currency, which is money, finances. So I like to use my money to invest in other people, because when you invest in other people, that's where you grow at. That's where the money comes in at. When you start investing in other people, when you look for other people to partner with, when you buy land and you start going into business with other people, so on and so forth. All this tear shit down, division shit. Let's see how far that goes. Let's see how much company y'all keep with that shit.
The four freedoms were goals articulated by United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt on January 6, 1941. In an address known as the Four Freedoms Speech, technically the 1941 State of the Union Address, he proposed four fundamental freedoms that people everywhere in the world ought to enjoy. Freedom of speech. Freedom of worship. Freedom from want. Freedom from fear. The first two freedoms, of speech and religion, are protected by the First Amendment in the United States Constitution. His inclusion of the latter two freedoms went beyond the traditional constitutional values protected by the U.S. Bill of Rights. Roosevelt endorsed a broader human right to economic security and anticipated what would become known decades later as the human security paradigm in social science and economic development. He also included the freedom from fear against national aggression and took it to the new United Nations he was setting up. The United Nations Charter reaffirmed faith in fundamental human rights and dignity and worth of the human person, and committed all member states to promote universal respect for and observance of human rights and fundamental freedoms for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion. After his death in 1945, Eleanor Roosevelt, his wife, became chair on the drafting committee in 1946 and was instrumental in developing the goals and mission for the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, too.
In which things were changed, right? Things were changed, right? So this is why I keep on saying, like, laws, everything, it changes all the time, right? And before, the human right principles was based on a law of oneness, your moral principles.
Human rights are moral principles that describe certain standards of human behavior. They are the same in God's natural laws, the law of one. 1. I have the right to take care of myself and protect myself from being threatened physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. 2. I have the right to set my own priorities and choose the manner I express to live on earth, as long as it does not intentionally harm others. 3. I have the right to express feelings, opinions, and desires. 4. I have the right to be treated respectfully. 5. I have the right to create my own happy, healthy life based in spiritual purpose. 6. I have the right to be GSF and be given the power to be in charge of directing my energies and life force. 5.
See that? You see that? These are all rituals. These are all rights. You have the right of your vessel. You have the right to be God sovereign free, which is basically, to be free in the mind, to seek and search different variations of the dimensions of your mind, right? Go into different thought things, anything that's in your mind. You have the right to explore the multitudes of the mind, right? You have the right to explore this. Right? Just like these people got the right to lie and make up this and make up that. Look, this is, to them, this is one big, soap opera. This is one big game. So why do you think you have so many people outside the country paying attention to these different scenarios that's taking place right now? Why do you think you got so many people outside the country that got their eye on America right now, paying attention to America right now? right? There's too many people paying attention for you not to see it. There's too many people paying attention to this land for you not to see it. Like, wait, hold on. Why is so many people paying attention to us? Right? Why is so many people, you know what I mean, focused on what's happening in America and what direction we about to go in? We got a chance to shift this into a positive direction. We are shaping the future. If we are, you know, at this fight, this disarray, you know what I mean? If we sitting here in America, we through how we act, if we actually become the United States of America, if we actually become united in the states of America, oh, we become greater. We become greater if we actually become the United States of America, right? So all of this stuff that they doing, this division, I got the right to hate you. I got the right to hate you. Yeah, you do. You're not going to be here long. That's why you see Mike buying land in the Philippines, trying to get up out of here, right? That's why you see Donat trying to take his ass to Brazil to get up out of here, right? That's why you see Jaguar. She was trying to get to the UK to get up out of here, right? They know their time is up. They know they can't play on us no more. They know that shit. Time is up. No more games, right? That's why Jaguars said, even during the spiritual ascension, I mean, even during the spiritual thing, when she had Beverly up there, what did she say? I don't think I'm coming back. That's what Jaguar said. I don't think I'm coming back. Yeah, after I'm gone this time, I don't think I'm coming back this time. Yeah, you fucking right. You're not coming back. You lower vibrational entity. Your time is up. All y'all times is up. Time for y'all to trade in that energy, recycle. Energy is time for y'all to trade it in. We are in the Aquarius sky. Y'all failed. Y'all failed to corrupt people's heart. People still found a way to love. People still found their way to the light. People still stood in their truth with all of y'all corruption, all of y'all madness, all of y'all fuckery, trying to make somebody resent y'all. That's what they do this for resentment. They keep on trying to bash people and tear people down so people can have resentment towards them. Once they place resentment in your heart, it keeps you from ascending. It blocks your heart chakra. This is where the cohortions of the heart comes from. That's why I laugh at them, because they're trying to stop people from ascending higher than that. This is why they put the trials in your way. This is why they try to make you remember your faults. This is why they try to hold you guilty for your actions of the past, so they can try to make you live in shame. It's to put you back in your root chakra, your lowest vibrational chakra. That's why they play these games with words. That's what they doing. They trying to make you feel guilty, keep you, and then you have resentment towards them. Then you start, you know, you got to go back, and then that blocks you in your heart chakra. That blocks you. And then once you lash out and snap on them, then you feel guilty for it. Then once you feel guilty, guess what comes after you feel guilty? Shame, right? So that's what they do. They make you have resentment. They build it up, call you bitch, 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 bitch. As soon as you say something back and respond back, they hold you in guilt off of your response. And then if you accept the guilt that they holding you in, then they put you in shame after you accept the guilt. See, I do return to sender. So because I do return to sender, because I got my bag of crystals, you know, in my hand, you know, because I got my bag of crystals and stuff, I do return to sender. That's why they don't like me, you know, because I do this. This is what I do. You see that? I got that bag. I got that bag of crystals, you know. I got that bag of crystals just in case, you know. And just in case they want to roll the dice, I got crystal dice. All right. And if your hands is too small for these, don't worry. I got a smaller version for you. Okay? Don't worry. Just in case you want to roll the dice, and find out, you know, about the sharks and piranhas. They like to find out about the sharks and the piranhas, right? And now he want to act like he want to act like he want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're going to sit over there and make up lies about people and so on and so forth. But don't worry about it. It's all when it all falls down. It's about to fall down on your ass. You fake ass actor. I see you ain't collecting $200 and $2,500. I see you ain't collecting $2,500 no more for that acting class no more, because your ass ain't in acting class no more. That's why you needed She Paints money so bad, so you could try to make that trip, try to get up out of America. That's what you wanted to do, trying to use your content, create money to go live in Brazil, you know, pushing it out for people. That's what you're trying to do.
You know, lately a nigga been fighting a whole lot.
Hey, love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. Shalom. Y'all know we going over to the Discord. We gonna go live again because we about to play the game. So we about to just reset this and go live playing the game. Remember that let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. All right. Remember, one image of oneself should be greater than reality. And if all else fails, you can always just push it out for me.
I'm sipping his hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping.
Push it out for me.
Going against the grain and that shit stressing me.
Push it out for me.
God, let God have mercy.
Don't push it out for me.
Crazy life. I just shot at a nigga.
Don't push it out for free.
I was young in the rush for
just
the money.
Push it out for me. Just push it out for me. Don't push it out for free. Just push it out for me.
Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money. Everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gonna go help it? Shit, gotta think about it. 187.
I'm gonna make that a song. Don't worry about it. Push it out for me. Push it out for me. Don't push it out for free. Just push it out for me.
Fight my demons. Fight my demons.
Push it out for me. Don't push it out for free. Just push it out for me. Now push it out for me. Push it out for me.
Fight my demons. Fight my demons. Fight in my. It's me against these demons. Me against these demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons, I'm on the ropes. They came with a beam up under my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be green, so niggas don't go. I'm looking so clean, I used to be broke. Remember they laughed at me and they choked. Gave them the ball and nigga they choked. Tables turn, that nigga you go. My little nigga don't follow no code. Follow no code, no code. My nigga follow me like the pole. I stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm heartless, thanks for the compliment. I sing it dead, homie, y'all like comedy. BMG gang and bitch fit competent. Don't wanna hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit. Lethally militant, I can get ignorant. We not considerate, niggas do silly shit. We get the drilling shit, guilty and innocent. Don't give a fuck about a bystander. I can pull up in the Highland. Don't take no slam. Don't take no slam. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gon' go up? Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by you killed the nigga, you don't know it. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, God, real talk. Hey. Fight my demons, fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons, fight my demons.
Fighting my.
It's me against these demons. Me against
these demons. What's good? Find my demon.
As I saw through the rubbish, my days of thugging get slow and rugged.
How can you tell which one of us is gonna make
idolize
it?
the puppets who control the public like a controlled substance.
Hey, those who know they making it know they making it.
But I know it's coming.
You know when you positive, you know
All
when
of
you
a sudden, my
positive, you
past is
start
blurring,
letting
my
go
future
negative
sudden.
things. You start vibrating away from low
Dark and muddy,
vibrational
hoping for
things.
Sunday, I'm
You
still
no
running.
longer try to keep what's going on in the grapevine.
Find
You no
peace.
longer want to know about the gossip that's going on up the street. You
Find
start looking
peace.
at your house and start cleaning up things around your house and start trying to get your house in order. You start having an essence of spiritual, you start wanting to do right by people. You start looking for things to invest in. You start looking for people to, grow with, believe in, so on and so forth. These are things of an essence. These are things that say that something inside you is shaking, is stirring, right? Your dreams start changing. You know what I mean? Your appetite start changing. You start looking for intellectual people to be around. You thirsting for knowledge. You feel like there's a answer out there and somebody's going to provide that answer for you. And all you got to do is find the right person, and they're going to provide some words that's going to wake something up inside of you, that's going to remind you that you are a God.